How are you?
Good. Sorry, I actually do look like death warmed up today. Like I look really pale.
You don't?
I do. Like really like dark under the eyes. I've not been sleeping well the last few nights. And I think it is literally I've got so much on my mind. Like I can't switch off. You know, like at the minute this time of year, I think a lot of us are probably in that same position.
That's what I think. Christmas shouldn't be like this,
I
but when
know.
everyone's stressing to the countdown of Christmas, well, apart from me, I've done nothing. I've done not one Christmas shopping. I'm still penned in an oven. I haven't even thought about booking somewhere else for dinner. Well, I honestly don't. Maybe it's
But I
done me a
like
favour.
that you're quite relaxed. I feel like because you've got so much going on, you're renovating your house. It kind of like.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, I'll just go out one day. I'll get the presents. Like, you know.
Yeah.
You're kind of chilled about it.
That's kind of where I'm at the minute. Yeah, I'm very much like, right.
It is
Actually,
what it
this
is.
Saturday, this Saturday is a clear day in the diary. And I thought, you know
lovely.
what? That could be my day where I go out and actually start my Christmas shopping and make a plan for things. So
That's
I might
good.
get on with that this Saturday. But the only thing is, it's like, where am I going to put it all? Because honestly, in my house today, because even the builders, everyone's trying to get as much done as possible before Christmas for us.
Of course.
Today, there's about 13 men in the house.
Wow. Are you
Honestly,
having to
Paul's
make
not
them
here.
tea?
No, thank
gonna
God there's no water
say.
running downstairs. There's no like
that's
taps or
a lot of
anything.
teas and coffees. What was
No,
that?
no, I
Oh,
can't.
Saturday we're off to Lapland, UK.
Right, we're going Sunday. Can you believe it? You're Saturday,
what?
we're Sunday.
Why didn't we speak?
Sync it up. We never. Whatever happens with Lapland UK, me and you never sync up the dates. But then I guess it's because this is the month where we can never pin anything down together with the kids.
So true, isn't it? It's just like I think because we book it quite early on as well. It's like we just do it and then that's our date. I'm really, really excited for that. Actually, I feel like that's like one of my favourite Christmassy days out of the year.
Me too. But did I tell you that Paul's a bit like, I don't want to go. And this was like a few weeks ago. And I went, whoa. No. You've been going since she was 2. It's a family tradition. And now you really are going to have to step up because you've got a baby brother who's going to be really into it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I've actually had a similar scenario this morning because one of Nellie's really good friends from horse riding, it's her birthday sleepover Saturday night. So they're all going to the stables and then their parents are picking them up from the stables, going back, and they're having like a birthday sleepover, like all the girls. And so this morning when I've like said that we're going Lapland on Saturday, there's been a bit of a meltdown because now she's like missing out on the horse ride. But what we're going to do, we're going to go Lapland in the day and then we're going to drop her to like her friends in the evening so she can still like have all the fun. And I was just like, I actually could have cried this morning because I just thought, you try and do these lovely things and, you know, and I just think it's like exactly the same as you. It's our family tradition. The first year, I know Margot's not going to know anything, not remember, but I've been really excited for it. And, you know, like when they burst your bubble, kids have a tendency of doing that, don't they? I felt deflated. I literally felt deflated. I just said to Greg, like, sometimes I feel like I'm banging my head against a brick wall, but anyway.
Well, at yours, for Margot's birthday. Oh, sorry, I'm like, I can't tell him to stop though.
No,
to crack on.
no, it's only
Christmas
quietly.
is coming.
So authentic.
At yours, the weekend, Margot's birthday, by the way, was absolutely epic.
It was
we all had the best time.
so fun, wasn't it?
Did you see how much Edward enjoyed the elves?
Oh, honestly.
He literally was mesmerised. So sort of Lapland UK, for those that haven't been, there's a lot of kind of that. There's a lot of like elves and it's all acting and all stuff. There's
it's
like
like a
Mrs.
real
Santa
show.
and it really is. And I know that this year Edward is going to absolutely love it. I said to Paul, what you need to understand is you're going to really enjoy it because Edward's going to enjoy it and you're going to find it funny that he really loves it.
Yeah,
like I said, you're
going to be so
but you
cute.
see, I said, like at Auntie's the other day with the elves, I went, look how much he loved it. And both Rosie and Paul found that really funny, didn't they? They was like, look, Edward. I was like, it's going to be the same. And he was a bit like, but, you know, it is, they are getting to the age now where I do get it. But I'm like, listen, you're writing your Christmas list on Saturday. You're excited about Christmas. This is the whole build up.
I feel like coming towards the end of term, like towards the end of the year, I don't know about you, but my kids are so like just hard work at the minute. And I think maybe they're tired. I think I'm tired, you know, like just coming towards the end of the year. It's like, I don't know. End of term.
So obviously our situation at the moment is still living out of 2 bedrooms. We haven't got a kitchen. So I'm up and down with bits and bobs. This morning I'd realised that I have got breakfast, but not what I don't know. I didn't have like toast or, I didn't have it all going on this morning. So I was like, right, let's leave early. We'll go to Munch and Wiggle, which is a little cafe near the school. And they have got, croissants, porridge, whatever they want. And like the fuss about everything, like they really want to do that because they love that. They're like, oh yeah, Munch and Wiggles.
Yeah.
But then like the drama getting out the door, the fighting in the car, it was such a hectic morning this morning. And all I was actually trying to do was make it fun for them. Like they had like a rich tea biscuit. They had a biscuit and there was like a punnet of strawberries. Like that'll get you going for an hour. Like, come on.
Yeah, cool.
Like, it's not that bad. Anyway, so we got to Munch and Wiggle. They got a chocolate croissant. They got those twirly things. They got a smoothie. It's a treat, isn't it? Like, I said, look, this is a treat. Like, if I was a kid and I was going to a cafe near the school before school, I'd be like, yes, it's fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just Rosie, Rosie, it was more Rosie this morning, to be fair, was just on one. And like you're saying, I think it's end of term. And everyone just kind of gets under each other's feet. But like, for example, last night we went to watch Rosie's, this is quite funny. We went to Rosie's Christmas concert.
Yeah.
So there is a nativity coming up, but this was just kind of like the whole of the lower school, excuse me, like singing all load of Christmas carols, and it was outside. And it was so funny, Billie. She was so like, you're like the mouth, like, but she was like, like usually you think, come on, like, open your mouth a bit, come on. Rosie was like literally really, really going for it,
standing tall, like making herself.
I kept looking at Paul, and Paul was going like, it was funny, like pulling like a little face, but she was really, really into it and really going for it. Anyway, she come off and we got back in the car and I was like, I am so proud of you. That was brilliant. Ugh, where's my snack? It was freezing and I'm cool. I'm so hungry. You know, you're just like, like what? Like we've all just stood in the freezing cold watching you singing. Mummy's praising you for how good you are. And all you're worried about is a snack, like, and food.
I know.
And I said to Paul, like, what is it with the attitude at the moment?
I know.
Like, honestly.
It's so true. I've got exactly the same going on in my house. Maybe it's just, don't know. Yes, Margot's birthday the weekend.
Yeah, it was brilliant. It was so good. Honestly, you went above and beyond as always.
So her actual birthday was obviously Saturday. So all weekend we was just like, and then obviously Sunday it was more like sort of, well, I suppose like Greg's family we're not really going to see. It was kind of like Margot's birthday celebration weekend / early Christmas day.
Sorry, can we just talk about the dress code? So I had a pair of leather leggings on. I had my hair and makeup done, and I had like a knitted like little cashmere jumpery thing. Anyway, so like cozy, sort of smart casual. Billie answered the door and she had like a gown on with feathers. And then in the background I could see Dynasty. Then I could see someone in the background in like a full sequin suit. And then Billie's sister-in-laws were in like heels and shirts and feathers. And I was like, whoa. I went, hold on a minute. I went, where was the dress code, please? And there's me like so casual.
But do you know what?
Oh
it's really funny.
It was brilliant.
The girls didn't even ask me what I'm wearing. Like they didn't say, oh, what's the dress code or anything. I think, and I didn't even say anything to anyone because I just thought, I actually thought I was going to be overdressed, but I thought, oh, it's Margot. I'm going to get photos, like little pre-Christmas day as well.
Be dressed up.
Because what it is, Greg's family live a bit further away and we're not all spending Christmas together. So we wanted to host like a Christmas, like an early Christmas day at our house this year. And we kind of like entwined. We kind of like brought Margot's birthday into it as well because a lot of them hadn't seen her on her actual birthday. And it was just brilliant. It was so much fun, wasn't it?
It was really good. It was so good.
The Christmas, like we done Christmas dinner. We had a singer. It It was just a brilliant fun day, wasn't it? The elves,
and the elves
came.
I think the elves were the highlight for the little ones,
yeah,
wasn't it?
That was brilliant, because where they come all up by the doors as well at the back, it's like the shock, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very magical.
Yeah, and then they obviously come in the house. Though, did you see my video of you chasing them around with a Hoover?
Oh, so funny. What really happened was there was like glitter. They bring kind of glitter and bits and bobs, and it was all over the floor. So I was like, sugar, like, let's quickly get that up before, like, it's only glitter. But then that glitter would have gone everywhere. You know, like when kids run in it. And it goes
still
up the
everywhere
stairs.
in the house. You know, like all over the kitchen, like even on all the cupboards. It's like glittered. I don't mind. No, it's fine.
Right. So I went, I'm going to grab the Hoover quickly. And as I got the Hoover out, they were like obviously being really dramatic and over the top, but the kids loved it. They were like, what is it? Wasn't they? And they were like, what is that? I would say, like, what's this like machine that she's got?
Yeah,
and
they
then
were
in
like
the end,
screaming at the Hoover.
I was chasing them around the kitchen island, and then all the kids were chasing them, saying it's a Hoover, but they loved it, didn't they? It was just
so
funny. Who was the last man standing at Mark? Who was the last one standing that night?
Well, I slipped and went to bed, and Greg, Dad, and Greg's dad, Dave, were still up. But that was, I think they come to bed shortly after me. I went to bed about midnight. But then obviously the next day, the big clear up and all the mess. Ooh. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
There was a blind, we got a broken blind in Arthur's room.
Oh no.
Yeah. Arthur's got a little Christmas tree in his room, and the Christmas tree fell over, and all the not all of them, but a few of the baubles smashed everywhere. Was you there when that happened?
No, but I heard. I was in the house when it happened, but I didn't see it.
Yeah. There's a few like, you know, marks on the walls and this and that, like the next morning, you know, and you're like, oh, like trying to tidy up, but it was fine. It was all hands on deck.
There was a lot of people in the house. There was and loads of adults and loads of kids.
It's all, you know, at the end of the day, like I said to Greg now, I know like our house is still pretty new, but a house is a home and it's for living in. You can't keep it like a show home. Like,
and also, like, every few months, you can just do snagging, paint a little bit of chips on the walls.
Well, that's like, I need to do that. I'm like, let's do it in the new year. Get January out the way. You know, like for spring, like get it all.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
All the snagging done. But anyway, yeah, it was so lovely. And on the Saturday, on Margot's actual birthday, I just done like a little afternoon tea at home, and like family were just popping in and out all day. It was just a really nice weekend, actually. But I was so emotional. Like Saturday morning when I woke up, I literally burst out crying. I said to you, didn't I? Yeah. I was like, the lead up to Margot turning 1, like I just couldn't accept or get over it. I don't know. I just think last time we're gonna probably, you know, she's more than likely our last baby, and you know, you think it's such a big milestone, isn't it? And actually, since she's turned 1, it's actually hilarious. She's got like this whole, she's doing all new things, right? She's discovered like opening up cupboards and drawers. She's never done that. She's in all the cupboards, right? And yesterday I was preparing her dinner. I looked around, she was in the pantry, right? She had the drawer open. She was had a packet of rich tea, and she was licking individual rich tea and putting it on the floor, getting a new one out, licking it and putting it on. It was like a game. I was like, what are you doing? It's really funny. I was like, Margot. But my little 1-year-old now.
That was Edward there in the cupboards. And that's the thing, like 1 is a huge milestone because she'll be walking any minute. Then once they're walking, that's it. I feel like when the baby's walking, they're no longer a baby and they're a toddler. Because they're like, in my eyes, toddling around. So I just feel like the baby stage is kind of coming to an end, like the baby stage. You know what I mean? So it's
like this morning I hugged her and I went, I wish you'd just lay here still and just hug me all day. You know, like when you want to give them a cuddle, but they're all fidgety and want to like jump around and crawl about.
Well, I have the same problem with Edward. And even last night, I got into bed with Edward because we're all sharing rooms at the minute. Put them 2 into bed. And I laid in bed with Edward, but he did not want to lay down. He wanted to play, and we were sort of getting in and out and under the covers and like cuddling. And he was cuddling him into. But it took about half hour. He wasn't crying, but he was just sort of playing. And I was like, even this is going to be gone soon. Like, you know, like just the little silly games under the covers and just little. It's just so. it's so special, and you try and live in the moment, but then all you can think about is the future, like how it's not going to be there for much longer.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Live in the moment. Live in the moment.
Live in the moment.
Oh, how was the British Fashion Awards? You looked amazing.
Brilliant.
I love
Thank you.
your outfit. And do you know what was really lovely about your outfit? Like sometimes it's really good to like experiment with your style a little bit at those kind of events and look different.
I think so. Apart from like the whole glove thing, I feel like I still was quite timeless in terms of
definitely
that event.
Classic.
I think you can really go a bit wacky. Like did you see Rita Ora had like
see some wild
all
outfits.
Like she like a dinosaur on her back had all these like things like makeup like horns.
Oh no, I didn't see it.
Like anyway, like you can go really whatever you want really, and because it's the fashion awards as well. And I think there's a lot of like influencers and people in the fashion industry, and some of the outfits I'm just like, oh my gosh, like you can imagine, can't you? It's just like
next level
wacky. But I just thought it's not me to do that, and I'm not like a fashionista, so I just wanted to go something like quite classic.
I think it was
lovely. But we actually had a really good night. It was much better for me this year than it was last year. Last year, Edward was still really young and I was like fully exclusively breastfeeding. And I remember throughout the night, I was really uncomfortable, like boob-wise. And also, when you haven't been to that event before and it's the first time you're doing it, it's in the Royal Albert Hall. It's really busy. There's like thousands and thousands of people. Getting in and getting out is chaos. So what I'd done last year was wrong, was I arrived like late to the red carpet rather than getting there almost like eager beaver early bird. It is so much better being early bird at events like that because you can get in, do your pictures,
and then
do whatever you want to do on the carpet and then get in. And it was raining, it was freezing, it was such a miserable night. I'm so glad I got in because everyone gets the opportunity at the BFAs to do the red carpet and everyone wants to do it, right? Even if you're an influencer or a blogger, everyone wants to get their nice pictures on the carpet. It's chaos. Like there's like, I don't know, a couple thousand people trying to do the red carpet at one point, like throughout the night, and everyone's queuing. So I was like, I am getting there early because last year I was queuing in the freezing cold for ages and it dampened my night, if that makes sense.
Yeah, cool.
So it was really good. Like you sit, you watch the show, and you know what it's like when you walk in the Royal Albert Hall, like you have a box and it's just like wow factor because it's all in a circle and it's like, but it's kind of like quite intimate. You can kind of see, and it's very old school in there, and everything's very original. Like the boxes are the original sizes, and like it just feels really kind of like
picturesque. So do you eat? Do you eat there or?
So there's like I think like the big sponsors and the big brands have tables on the main floor,
right?
With dinner, but in the boxes you have like waiters that bring food, canapes throughout the night, and actually it was really good. Like it started off like, you know, picky bits and like bits you can just pick with your fingers. And then it was like bowls of food.
Oh,
and
nice.
There was like pie and mash and like this little curry thing with rice. And then right at the end, they done like dessert. But it wasn't dessert. It was like these tiny little ice creams that were quite good, actually. They were like little cones with like ice creams on them.
Really?
And then before you leave, they done like these wraps. And they were all wrapped up in foil. So like for your journey home.
No way.
So it was almost like
a good idea.
Yeah, it was like a lamb wrap, and it was so good. Or there was like I think falafel or something. And it's funny because I had two. Most of us did because there was loads of them, and they were really small, but they were like delicious. The next morning, Paul went, I don't know what it is. He went, but you stink. And I was like, thanks.
Thanks a lot.
He went, no, honestly. He went, it's like a foodie kind of smell. And I went, I bet it's the lamb
wrap
that I had at the end of the night, because I know what it's like when Paul goes out and he eats some like stinky chicken or something.
Yeah,
and
or
it's
garlic or something marinated.
Garlicky, and you can really smell it in the room after. So I kind of understood what he meant, but I was like, oh, you can get over it now.
Waffling around.
But no, I was shattered. I didn't get until 3 a.m.
Oh,
got up at 6:30 and I couldn't nap that day. So that night, and then I had a friend's party after school, kids' party. At the kids' party, it was so funny. I had like one glass of red wine and my friends were like, how are you holding up? And I'm like, I'm slowly deteriorating.
I bet that glass of red sent you over the edge. I bet you just wanted to.
I was like, why did I bother with the glass of red? I should have just had a cup of tea. But no, I wasn't hungover. It was extreme tiredness. And I was drinking. Yeah. Like I just drank throughout the night, but it's not like a all in, let's get boozy, because it's kind of just like a nice evening. Cool. So I was definitely, but you know what? I had a room, because I got ready in a room in London, and I so should have just stayed in London because Paul
then
said
you would have
just
had more
stay.
sleep.
Oh, I would have had to come home anyway for around 10 o'clock because we had stuff to do at the house, but I could have at least stayed in till about 8:30. That would be an extra 2 hours sleep. But in my head, I was thinking, just get home.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to wake up in your own bed.
Yeah, and I did, but gosh, I was tired. I could literally, I was like trying to peel my eyes open. And then yesterday I had a busy day in London because Chris and I were doing the opening of the new boot store.
That looked amazing.
The new boot store is amazing. It's basically called, it's like a beauty only. So it's like almost like a Sephora or like an Ulta, those ones in America. It's like all beauty, but like really lovely lit, lovely stands. You know, like just really nice. Yeah. Anyway, if you ever get the chance, I think that's the only one open at the moment. It's in Battersea Power Station, which I haven't been to, by the way. It's really nice there as well. They've got like loads of shops,
I've heard
cafes.
It is lovely there.
Yeah, it's really nice. Anyway, so we done that Friday, and Joanne, it catches up on you. So on the Friday, I had to leave my house at 8 o'clock to get to London, and in the car journey, I was like flagging again. I was like, oh gosh, it's all catching up on me. Today was the first day I've woke up and I felt pretty normal again. You know, like
a bit more energy.
Just catches up, doesn't it? The time, like late nights are really hard when you have children. Even when you're not hungover.
I went out for dinner last night just with some friends, like just a local restaurant. We went to Smith's and I didn't get home till midnight. Like we just had dinner, we had a couple of cocktails, and then it was like we were just chatting. And then we looked around in the restaurant, we was like, oh, we're the last ones here, we need to go.
But what happens as well, you do that, and then by the time you get the bill and get home and take makeup off and pyjamas on, it ends up being like
nearly
so late.
So this morning at 6 when I woke up, I was like, oh my goodness. Like I only went out for local dinner, but it's the tiredness. Like I felt like completely zapped. But I went and trained this morning. It probably done me the world of good because it's given me a little bit more energy for the day. But I do look like death all up today. I feel, I hope I'm not, but I feel like something's lingering. You know, that time of year, I'm going to take that stuff. What's that thing called? Tell our listeners.
Elderberry.
Elderberry, it's so good.
It's the perfect winter defence for children and for adults. You can buy it in like big jug, like massive, like bulk load from Amazon. Just get an organic one. It's called just Wilderberry. It's really good. And like just one spoon. It's actually all right. It's quite easy to drink as well, and the kids don't mind it.
It's sweet. It's like a bit like fig, syrupy,
honey, But that's a really good winter defence, kind of to keep away the colds and the flus and stuff like that. And you know what? I'm usually really on it, but all my potions are packed away, and I can't find them because I packed them away, but left them somewhere I could easily get to them, somewhere upstairs, not in the loft. But I can't find them anywhere, like all my potions. So I've been getting like a shot, like turmeric and lemon or honey.
Ginger,
I'm trying to, because I'm the same, obviously, because last year, I was so ill with the flu that I thought I can't let that happen again this year. But
no way.
Can't find all my bits and bobs. Anyway, so we've got quite a funny couple of things to chat because obviously this is like one of our Christmas episodes as we're leading up to Christmas. So we have got a gift guide. So we've got some questions that we'll send in about a gift guide for Christmas. Anyway, so we thought we'd try and help out, but I actually do find it quite hard sometimes when I'm shopping for people, but let's give it our best shot.
Okay, yeah, I do as well. I feel like I have loads of like, actually after this, I'm going to get back to my list. I have loads of like people to buy for, but like things like they're like Nelly and Arthur's tutor, like like little bits and bobs that you need to like think of stuff as well. I think the hardest person that stresses me out to buy for is Greg, because
well, do you know what?
He says I just want clothes.
So with Paul, for years I was getting him like one lovely main nice present, whether it was a pair of trainers or shoes, like something quite nice as like a main gift. But I already told Paul, let's not do presents this year because there's so much going on with the house and spending on the house. I was like, let's just get the kids and like immediate family because it just becomes too much. And like you said, it's too stressful. And Paul's the same. He's got like basically everything.
I know.
Anyway, right. So here's one of the questions. A dad who buys himself everything he wants.
I think this is a real classic one, like pants and socks.
Yeah.
That's like,
Can't go wrong. Towards the end of the year, everyone's pants, every male and women, I guess, the pants, like, Paul has got like some pants with holes in them. And I'm like, mate, he's got so many new packs of pants.
Yeah.
Because when I went to America, he wears these particular pants, I think I told you. But he's still got the ones with like holes around the waistband. And I'm like, why are you not opening all the new ones that I got when I was in New York? He was like, there's just something about these pants that are just like really soft and nice to wear. I was like, honestly. Yeah, I was like, no. We need to throw them away. No, but I do feel like that is a good present because you just always need to replenish at some point.
You know, like it's just something they always need.
Yeah, it is.
No, I mean that's a bit boring of me, isn't it, to suggest that? Because actually, I bet everyone buys like the dad's pants and socks.
Yeah, or like gadgets. Depends on how your dad is. Like sometimes from Paul and Rosie in the past, we've got like Big Paul like a gadget, something to use in the house or something quite fun. Like you could probably Google fun gadgets for dads. You know, like just little things that you might
Remember
need.
the gadget shop over Lakeside?
That was so good. That was the best. I loved it in there because I love a gadget, don't I? That was like my favourite store. Okay, a grandma who says, don't get me anything. I think
what kind of grandma?
homeware.
What kind of age bracket are we thinking?
Do you know what's really good for the grandmas? A lovely framed photo of the grandkids.
Yes, I was going to say
up-to-date pictures.
Up-to-date pictures. I feel like nans always want that, and it's something they never get round to doing.
No, nans always want like the latest picture of all the grandkids. We should actually get that for Mum this year.
Definitely, but we need to work out what photo we're going to frame her, because she hasn't had
we could
one.
just get a collection, because we've got like loads of like the kids together, but maybe not all six.
Yeah.
Actually, there's one of all six, but Margot's newborn.
And I know which one you saw. Mind you, that's still a nice one though for her to have.
Yeah, she could have that. Right, your boss in a work Secret Santa, I think something like rude. This website do like all jokey, like rude, crude things that like would make, well, hope depending on what your boss is like. But if it's Secret Santa and they don't know it's you, I feel like that's when you can really do something funny. The website that I was thinking of is Filthy Sentiments, but there's like loads of things like that. I just think something funny.
Yeah, something where you can really push the boundaries.
Yeah, I do.
From you.
Yeah, rather than something boring, you want something fun. Okay, so your best friend who has just had a baby. I would get your best friend something for her.
Maybe like a really nice like lounge set, something that they can wear at home and be
or like a voucher for a manicure or a massage. You know, like I would get something for the mum. Self-care, because the babies get showered in love and gifts, and all babies need is mum anyway. And actually, mum is the one that needs the gift, I think.
The gift, so true.
Okay, so your mother-in-law who spoils your kids every year. Okay, so mother-in-law, I always feel like with my mother-in-laws, with Gaynor, I always think like an experience or something nice would be better than an actual present. Yeah. So like, you know, booking a show or booking a nice dinner or doing something that they've mentioned they want to do, rather than a gift's always nice. Don't get me wrong, like a couple little wrap-ups. But I do think that, or taking your mother-in-law somewhere, because I always feel like when you've got young children, you're so wrapped up in your own little bubble all the time that sometimes you might not spend the good quality time with your mother-in-law that maybe they would like. Yeah. So that would be, it's the good opportunity to actually think, right, you know what I'm going to do? Like this year, maybe really I'll book something for me and her to do. Just you and her, maybe, you know, like something
that's a good idea, actually. Yeah, we always do gifts, but actually an experience is like a nice.
Well, like me, you and mum always do our like little night, don't we, or something. We do like a bit of an experience for mum, don't we? Like we always think, let's.
Yeah, we haven't got our pre-Christmas night in this year. I feel like we're going to have to do it like between Jan and Feb.
I think we should do it around your birthday. So then it's like 2 in 1.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I agree.
Okay, and also, so moving on, we've got some Ask Us Anything questions. So, when was the last time you spent Christmas together? Oh my goodness.
We haven't spent Christmas Day together for years.
Yeah, because we've always done a Christmas with dinner,
always done
all the trimmings.
Christmas.
Yeah.
And
I
tell you when it was. I think the last Christmas we spent together was when you just had Rosie, and you was living in Hertfordshire.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's like
5 years ago.
5 years ago, yeah. That's the last Christmas Day we'd actually spent together.
But then, like, on the flip side to that, we always do loads of stuff around Christmas. So it's not like we don't. See,
I think as well it's hard, isn't it? Because, like, obviously we live further away now, but it's like, sometimes it's just, I don't know, like, I like being at home, you like being at home, don't you? Christmas morning, Christmas Day. So
and we've got small children, so, like, they sort of, like, don't want to rush out the door.
Yeah,
they want to sit and play with their toys. I think it'll probably change as they get bigger because they won't mind the journey and they'll want to hang out together, won't they? Rather than, well, I know Margot and Edward are different, but, like, the older four are like really into each other now, aren't they? They're like really kind of want to hang out with each other.
Maybe next year we make a point. Do you know what I would love to do one year? Like to all go and stay like in a, I don't know, maybe like a big like manor house or something, and all wake up Christmas morning like all together.
We
like,
should
I think that would
so
be fun.
do that. That would be amazing.
To start planning it, like
we could maybe start planning it for next year, couldn't we?
That would be so fun just to do that one year because we've never done that, have we?
No, that'd be so fun. Right, let's plan that because that would be a really good one for the kids. Okay, so next one. Do you ever argue about argue about who gets Nanny Susie? Oh, who gets? Well, no, because it's actually been quite a natural.
No.
So you've had like it's sort of been you, me, you.
Yeah, we sort of do
me. We kind of just whatever happens really.
Yeah, it's sort of like we mostly like it's all like alternate. Yeah. It's sort of like
but the thing is, Mum doesn't mind as well. Mum's like, look, whatever you're doing, and then she's like, and then whatever will suit me, then I'll come to whoever's. So Mum, we're not really We're not really it's not really a problematic thing for us, is it, with Mum?
No, it's not an issue. It's more of like just whatever happens will happen.
Yeah. So this year I've got Mum actually. We've got quite a quiet Christmas this year, so it's just us, and then it's my mum and Paul's mum. Yeah. And obviously they're both single Pringles, so it'll just be them two.
Yeah.
So they can help. They can help me cook. Which
that would be nice though, just chilled.
Yeah, so it'll be quite chill. But obviously then my birthday's New Year's Eve, and people keep asking me, "Are you doing anything?" But no, because like, what can you do when you've got 3 small children on New Year's Eve?
I think the only thing you can do is probably something at home, like do like a something indoors, because then at least that way you're at home. I mean, who really wants to go out New Year's Eve anyway? I think personally, it's just a bit of a flop, especially when you got.
I think
kids,
if anything at push, I might look to go and stay somewhere for one night where they've got fireworks or something. But then on the flip side to that, because the house is going to be like 80% done, I just feel like I want to be at home. Like I just feel like I just want to be cozy in my like newly decorated house. But okay, so next question: what's your favourite Christmas song? Rosie sang a few belters last night that I loved. Rocking around the Christmas tree.
No, I love what is it?
It's Christmas.
Oh my God,
time.
which one?
Driving home.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
That's a good one.
Snow is falling. You know, like, I love that one. The upbeat,
What did Rosie sing last night? It was really good. They all really went for it. It was like, it wasn't your average Christmas song, but I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I can't remember what it is. I just love putting on Spotify the album, the Christmas album, and press shuffle, and then every song you love.
Also, do you have Heart Christmas on in the car at the moment? Because that's what's on every time we get in the car.
Yeah,
I love it. Literally, I was like driving along earlier.
And I just like you sort of walk in and out the shops at the minute, and it's just all Christmas tunes. But I like that because I just feel like it reminds you.
I've got a really funny story actually about that. So me and Greg was in Sainsbury's the other day. We was getting stuff for the weekend, for last weekend, and there was the Christmas songs. Right, they were actually quite that. It was really loud. Right, it wasn't like. It wasn't like ridiculously loud, but it was quite loud in Sainsbury's. But I liked it. It was like anyone would have thought it was Christmas Eve in there because it was packed. But anyway, it was
Really?
like, I was like, I felt Christmassy in there. And anyway, I turned around, I could hear two ladies literally going in at one of like the management team saying, why is it so loud? This is the straight. They was so annoyed that the Christmas songs in Sainsbury's were like turned up a little bit. And I could see the guy, he was like, it's set at a certain thing, we can't change it. But they were complaining about the Christmas music in the shop. And I felt like shouting out, bah humbug. It was like, I was thinking like, is that really bothering you? Yeah. Boo. I thought, is that really bothering you? Like today, like just get on with your shopping. Like it was just going on and on for like 10 minutes. And then I was like, when you're sort of like trying to listen in, like, then I was like being entertained. Like, oh, it's Greg, you won't believe what's going on over there. And then Greg, like it was like a real to-do in Sainsbury's.
No, do you know what? Like, I think some people can get a bit shirty around Christmas. So we was at Wisley just for a walk the other morning. It was a Saturday morning. Gosh, it was freezing. I don't know why I bothered doing that. It was freezing. It was like, I think it felt one of the coldest days, and since then it's warmed up. Anyway, so we was out the door Saturday morning, went Wisley. Anyway, they've got some of these like buggies that drive around, maybe for like the elderly that can't get around Wisley. Anyway, they go like 5 miles an hour, and there was it sort of zoomed past us, and Paul and Rosie, it was way ahead of them. They just started like chasing after it, but it was it sort of gone off. She stopped the car. She got out of the buggy and went, "Do not run behind the buggy. It's so dangerous." Right. And I was back a little bit and I just thought, who is she talking to? Like,
no, you're like also, shouting.
It wasn't dangerous. There wasn't in front of it. You had gone off down the road and they were like running along behind it, like giggling, not like for anything, just sort of like chasing, just something to do. Anyway, and I don't know where it come from, but out of nowhere, I went, "Car, lighten up a little bit. Where's your Christmas hat?" I don't. But like, ooh, no. I literally don't know where it come from. But like, you like to say like, not come on,
not where's your Christmas spirit? Where's your Christmas hat?
That's it. I think I was meant to say, come on, where's your Christmas spirit? Because it's all like Christmassy over there. They've got like, it's really
where's your Christmas
hat? Anyway, she was a bit like, she didn't say it, but she was like so miserable. Yeah. And I was thinking like, come on, like it's kids, it's Christmas.
Yeah, it's Christmas. It's Christmas. How many times do we say that? It's Christmas. Like, to make excuses so
just like, and they were really, and then afterwards the kids were really laughing because they found it funny as well. But yeah, I don't know where that came from.
Where's your Christmas hat?
Yeah. Okay, so next one. Do the kids write Christmas lists? What's on them this year? So mine are writing them this Saturday.
Well, mine.
I was going to say that earlier. Yours are done, aren't they?
Yeah, mine actually wrote theirs the other night. I've actually got Arthur's here in front of me. Here.
Go on.
So I got him to read it out actually to me. So I went read him out and he was like this, yeah. So things like Manchester City kit. I'm just trying to read the handwriting. Bless him. Manchester City kit. And a golden London Prime. A Ninja Turtle Lego. Wait, nice. It gets better. Scooter. Dirt bike. And when he's reading this to me, and then he looked at me and goes, PlayStation 5 or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Is that PlayStation 5? I looked at him, I was like, absolutely not. No, it gets even better. A real golden actual watch.
He wants a Rolex.
He wants a Rolex.
A real golden.
That's what he says.
Imagine
a real actual golden watch. Hilarious.
God, he's really specific. Mine are very vague.
Yeah. What else is on here? Oh, a go-kart. I was like, Jesus.
Oh, gosh.
What else? What next?
Yeah.
Nellie's here as well. I won't bore you with it.
No, it's fun. It's really funny.
Nellie's is, bless Nellie. Right. New saddle, Joppers, Jelly Whip. Saddle pads, roller skates in pastel colour. Corn.
Oh, I've seen pastel roller skates.
I've bought.
Did you find them?
Yeah, I found some. Drunk Elephant skincare. Right.
Oh,
have you heard of Drunk Elephant?
Yeah, of course. It's because it's a TikTok craze. Listen, I was at the Boots thing yesterday, and I got a goodie bag like of all Boots bits in it, and I actually gave it to Eva, our cousin, who came to meet me yesterday at the Boots thing. Anyway, there's this thing in there, and it's called Bubble Moisturiser or something. Anyway, apparently it's on TikTok, and all the kids are going mad for it. But I've got it. So I've got another one. I've got it. It's some moisturising cream.
Is it Drunk Elephant?
I don't know. Like, let me have a little look. You know what I'm like with ingredients.
No. This is why when she's reading this out, like this is obviously her letter to Santa.
Oh, I've chucked the. Oh, it doesn't say. I've chucked the box away, but I don't know for Nellie's age and her skin.
Okay, so trip to Wesley's, which is a horse riding shop around here, which she loves. Long sleeve show top,
nice.
Stationery. I thought this was really cute. To go to a food bank. I thought that was really sweet.
She takes after her auntie.
New stirrups, yeah. So I thought, actually, I need to make a point. One night after school, I said to her, we'll go Sainsbury's.
That's a really lovely idea.
A load of things, fill the car up, and we'll really find one local. And then she wrote, Dear Santa, thank you for making me on the nice list. This year, you are the best. Lots of love, Nellie.
Oh, so I've got them. So sweet.
We need to send them off to Father Christmas.
So mine, they're really good and very specific. Mine are going to sit down on Saturday and do it, but they're like Rosie just says anything because she just is so.
I've got Rosie's presents actually.
Have you?
Yeah.
She's just. She loves stationery, mini brands, squishmallows, clothes. Like Rosie's into all that at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Whereas Paul's like these
turtles, ninja turtles.
Yeah, he's into the turtles, but he's also into those. What are those? I said it to you yesterday on the phone.
Yeah, I couldn't get them for him. I got him Ninja Turtle stuff in the end.
Those like
wrestling men,
little wrestling people that you do with the fingers. No, I don't know what they're called. Forgot. He says it every day. How have I forgot? Anyway, but Paul's like, I don't know. It's just it's a bit difficult with him. I was thinking of just getting him some vouchers for his Switch from me. Yeah. But like, I just they're just both.
Do you know what?
A little bit.
It's really difficult in general because you with kids like. You sometimes feel like you're buying things for the sake of it, and then it just all ends up getting like you know it's hard, isn't it? Like you'd rather just buy like a few little things which you know they're actually going to use and play with. I think it can be quite overwhelming Christmas as well. Like if they've got loads, it's like like it all just gets out of control, doesn't it?
Yeah, I try and keep like, well, obviously we don't know what Santa brings, but usually that's like a sack, like a normal size. And then I'll get my little bits. But then they kind of, on the day, they don't know what's what, do they? It kind of just, like, don't you think at the end they're like, maybe they're a bit older now, so they'll understand more. But I feel like they kind of just have it all and they're like, it's Christmas. It's all like just Christmas presents. And then for me, I've got little Paul's birthday on the 29th, so bless him.
Of course. I know. I need to get his birthday present as well, actually. I was thinking about that last night. Shall we do one more?
Birthday's hard. Yeah, let's do one more. Okay, so do you have a traditional Christmas dinner or do you mix it up?
Traditional. Although I do probably add things on which wouldn't count as traditional. So what we love, I love the most is the salt beef. So we always do turkey and we always do salt beef as well. So it's like that stringy, I could eat it now. Love that.
Well, do you know what? We like beef. So like Paul will always put a beef on the egg barbecue. So we'll do like the turkey in the oven and then he'll do the beef outside on the barbecue. So it's like two meats. But yeah, I guess that's quite traditional really. I like a mimosa in the morning, pigs in blankets. Yeah. You know, we have a bit of seafood to start. It's just a big like food. Like food, you know, a foodie day, isn't it?
It is.
But now I really enjoy Christmas dinner.
we are foodies as well, so we really love all of that, don't we? Like all the bits and bobs before.
Yeah, I just feel like, and all the vegetables and like, you know,
Brussels.
I just love it all. I just love vegetables. Like there's something about the vegetables then with gravy that you just can't. You could never ever get it in the restaurant how you do it at home. I just don't care what fancy restaurant you go to. It's just at home, and you like how you do your carrots, or
there's,
you know how
there's
you do your potatoes.
nicer, is there? Like then, I know sometimes it can be a bit straight. I think when there's loads of you, like what you're gonna do will be lovely because it's a nice number to cook for. When you start getting over 10, it gets a little bit stressful. Remember that one year, me and Mum cooked for like, I think there was 32 of us.
Yes, I don't know how you.
I don't know how we done that.
Isn't it?
That was crazy. And Nan, to be fair, it was me, Mum, and Nanny, Liz. Anyway,
yes. What are you up to for the rest of the day?
So I've got to take Arthur to the dentist this afternoon. He's actually got to have a tooth removed. It's like a baby tooth that's cracked, and part of it's already come out, but I'm getting the other part of it taken out because it's only a baby tooth, and I feel like it might start causing him trouble. He's already said a few times it's hurting, so just get it out. The dentist said it's probably a better idea as well. So it's not going to be too. I haven't told him.
In pain. Well, hopefully not too much pain if half of it already cracked.
No, they'll numb it and stuff before. Yeah. Sounds worse than what.
Well, good luck with that. I've got to. Before you know it'll be school pickup, won't it? So I've just got like admin to do really. I've got like a few bits and bobs to do, and then I'm gonna later on this evening I'm going for a takeaway around Sharon's, casual in our pajamas.
Oh, nice.
That'll be nice. Yeah. So literally between now and school run, I'm literally gonna sit here on the laptop and just blast out a load of admin that I haven't done in days because it's been so busy.
Yeah.
Pay some invoices that are late. The usual.
I know the feeling.
But we will see everybody next week.
Yes.
Have a lovely week, everybody. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
And we'll see you soon. Bye.